The Camping World truck schedule was officially released today, and we got a bunch of new tracks. Of course, we knew that Circuit of the Americas was confirmed. We knew, well, we had a feeling, I think we had a feeling Nashville was going to be on that schedule, and it ended up happening. So, anyway, real quick, let's go through it. Another thing that I didn't expect, I'm telling you, as a New Yorker, I'm very biased toward this, but I'm excited. Watkins Glen is back on the truck schedule. It is fantastic. We are so excited. I'm sure all of upstate New York is excited to have all three of NASCAR's top tier series here in early August. Of course, that'll be on my birthday, or my birthday weekend. So, not gonna lie, if Cuomo ever decides to allow fans, I may be there. And I'm not trying to talk politics, but of course we got to do it safely. But anyway, I apologize. I'm looking at my computer screen here. So, of course, we start out the season. We knew Daytona was going to be the opener. Homestead is then the next race. Then we go to Las Vegas. We go to Atlanta. Then we head to our first dirt race, which will be at the Bristol dirt track. We then head to Richmond. Then we head to Kansas, Darlington, Circuit of the Americas, the first road course race of 3 on the schedule next season. Then we go to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Then we go to Texas. Then we go to Nashville, first time since the early 2010s. Then we go to Pocono. Then we go to Knoxville. Now, Knoxville is the track that is going to replace Eldora. I'll give my opinions on that in just a moment. Then we head to Watkins Glen International. And you know it's been voted the best track according to NASCAR fans for many years. I'll have more on that in a moment too, but that will be the last regular season race. After that, we head to Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Then we head to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, Bristol Motor Speedway. That'll be the round of 10. Then for the round of 8, we head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Talladega, and Martinsville. So 3 unique tracks there. And then we wrap up the season at Phoenix. So what are my thoughts on this? Where do I start? I'll say Watkins Glen or actually maybe I'll get to Watkins Glen now, because I think this is huge. And you can tell I'm excited about this. I've never been to a NASCAR event at Watkins Glen. I'm highly considering it this time around. So I'm really looking forward to it, honestly, if I do get a chance to go. To have the trucks back there for the first time since 2000, I don't think there's a better place you could have another road course on the truck schedule. Road America would be great, don't get me wrong, but Watkins Glen just, again, for the first time in 20 years, I feel like this is a good road course. I mean, it always provides drama. There's always drama at Watkins Glen. And as if you didn't need any more drama, now you make that the regular season finale. So this just adds to the level of drama that you're going to see in this race. It's going to be, I think it's probably going to be one of the best races on the schedule that is not on dirt. Now, what's going to be interesting here, and I want to talk now about the dirt part of the schedule. Keep in mind, we head to Knoxville and we head to Bristol Dirt. We don't know what to expect with the Bristol Dirt. I'd anticipate we're going to see a lot of double, triple duty. We're going to see guys who want to run dirt races run on those tracks. And I think it's a great equalizer for the Cup Series in the Xfinity Series. But for the trucks, I think they're going to have the most experience. I think this is going to be great for that series. Again, I think being the third tier series, they don't get as much attention. It's certainly, this schedule will give them the attention they need. As far as Eldora not being on the schedule, I'm not going to lie, in the last few years, I felt that was the most prestigious event on the schedule because it was one of a kind. It was the only dirt race in all of NASCAR's top 3 series. It's also one of the best dirt tracks in the world right now. So, for me to see that go, I don't know if I like that. I mean, I think, Knoxville's a great addition. Don't get me wrong on that. Knoxville is 100% a great addition to the schedule. But I think at the expense of Eldora, I don't think it was worth, sparing Eldora for Knoxville. For the Midwest part of it, I mean, it's basically a trade-off if you look at it. I would have rather had, like one of the other mile and a halfs removed, but the fact that they've also added Bristol to make up for it on dirt, I think that's a great addition as well. And, ultimately I give this schedule an A-. I mean, again, I think NASCAR's hit the mark. I think they've added a ton of tracks that provide a lot of drama. I think they've added a lot. Again, other than removing that last race, the 23rd race on the schedule, I think honestly the schedule turned out really well. And I think it's going to be very action-packed throughout the season. And again, another thing is, and I'm also going to circle this, the Canadian Tire Motorsports race. Sorry. Yeah, so the Canadian Tire Motorsports race, again, we don't know what's going to happen with the Canadian border. I imagine with the vaccines coming, it should be open by then, but I hope NASCAR has a backup plan if that race can't go on. Maybe, let's see, it's September 5th, so that's, I believe, Labor Day weekend. So maybe they can join up at Darlington with the NASCAR Cup Series, but I just hope for their sake they have a backup plan if that race can't work out because of the border restrictions. We'll see what happens with that. I think, again though, other than that, the schedule's great. 3 road courses too, 2 dirt races. Everyone's been talking about the oversaturation of the road courses. I honestly think, you got to have a balance. I don't think NASCAR should be 50-50. I think, 3 road courses out of the 22 races that are on, 3 out of 22 isn't bad. 5 out of 33 isn't bad. 6 out of 36 is ideal. I think, to me, that's ideal. And again, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, though, I do want to thank you guys for watching. And actually, I do want to make an announcement real quick because we do have a little bit of time, I think. So I've been meaning to make this announcement for a while, and I do apologize for not doing so because I've been we've been going through a lot at work, and just I haven't had time to sit down. You can tell it's been a while since my last upload. So again, I wanted to make this announcement sooner, but my schedule got too busy. It's still very busy. I'm mainly just, this was my one day off, so this was my chance to essentially sit down and say, how's it going? So, of course, I want to announce that we will be doing a podcast here on SCN very soon. It will be called SCN Sports Talk. I have gotten a few guys to verbally agree to join me for the podcast. You will meet them at a later date. So, the plan is, I was hoping to start it this month, but with how busy my schedule's gotten and with the COVID cases going up, now that didn't factor into my decision initially, but in some cases it has made its way toward my workplace, and, I've been covering, I don't know for sure if it has, but illness has made its way to my workplace, and obviously workplaces are not taking any risks, which is why, they shouldn't. But it has caused me to pick up a lot of extra hours. I just feel like if I started it now, when I wanted to, I don't feel like I could commit 100% of the energy to that on top of GCN, which we got a lot going on GCN right now. And on top of it, just my personal life and everything I'm doing. So I thought, let's wait. So early 2021 is when I do plan to start this podcast. It'll be called SCN Sports Talk. We're still working out the details. There will be more to come in the coming weeks. So be sure to tune in for that. It will be here on YouTube for now. I would like to add possibly Spotify to that list. Our first episode will be on Facebook as well. So again, I've gotten some people to commit to it. I'm also going to ask a few others if they would be interested. And of course, if I know my colleagues over on Heartland Spirit, I'm sure they're watching this, and of course I extend an invitation to them too. If they want to join the podcast here on SCN, by all means they can join it. Feel free to join us sometime as well. Of course, they're the ones that spoiled this news a few weeks ago. They leaked the information, which I yelled at them for. It happens, sometimes things happen. But hey, it all worked out. So again, SCN Sports Talk, it will start real soon. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and really work on the graphics. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and record anything. And in addition, the people who will be joining me for most of the podcasts haven't been around or haven't had the availability to do so as well. So I think the best solution for now is just to wait till after the holidays to make that decision. And the other thing that kind of factored into this is just, again, the work schedule. I think, committing, it would be double jeopardy. It would be full-time on both channels, and it wouldn't be fair to me, and it wouldn't be fair to anybody else that they get half-assed quality on both channels, because I'm just stretching myself too thin making these videos every single time a news story breaks, and obviously doing what I'm doing over on GCN. So this was a good ultimatum, I think. So we will start a podcast soon. We will also have some other stuff. Again, I mentioned an On the Road series whenever COVID decides to, or whenever we figure out when COVID's going to end. We will have an On the Road series as well. So I hope you will tune in for that. And of course, we want to thank you guys for watching. We hope to have more news on this podcast real soon. Be sure to subscribe to our friends over at Heartland Spirit, their podcast, the Canteen Podcast, every Friday evening at 6:15 Eastern on YouTube, 6 p.m. Eastern on Spotify. And of course, they will have a special live stream edition of the Canteen Podcast. That will be on Sunday. I believe they said at 1 p.m. Eastern. Check out Twitter to find out the full details on that, but they will have a special this Sunday as the Colts take on the Green Bay Packers. One of their co-hosts is going to be very upset. I don't know which one. My guess is going to be Nathaniel's going to be the one upset. Sorry, Nathaniel. Anyway, I'll have another NFL update very soon as well. I do want to update you guys on the fantasy team soon. But in the meantime, though, we want to thank you guys for watching. And until we meet again, goodbye, everyone.